Hi, I'm Jay Pepin for JTM Racing, and welcome to our race shop. This is my car. It's the 1934 Ford 5-window, the number 43. I drive that in the Canadian Vintage Modified Race Series. Got into the race series just a little over a year and a half ago. I was helping out a fellow racer, Steve Murdoch, and his team. And ended up buying this vehicle from Dave Trundle. Steve Trundle was the previous driver and past champion of the series. Let's take a look under the hood. So for these vehicles, these Canadian Vintage Modifieds, we have two engine packages, and this is one of them. It's a 602 GM crate motor from GM. Runs on 91 pump gas. Also has a 2-barrel carburetor. Pushing out, I don't know, I guess 350 horse for the series. So, like I said, it's one of the two engine packages that we run, and that's what's in my race car. Perfect. As you can see, one uniqueness to these vehicles, they're open wheel vehicles, so makes for some tight racing. Also, we have to be careful where we place our cars. Obviously, being open wheel, there'd be a little bit more, I guess, damage or you know, deflection of the vehicles if we get close to each other compared to, let's say, a fendered vehicle. So these cars are super unique, tons of power, but we got to respect their open wheel, and we got to be real precise on where we place the cars on the track. Another unique feature for our series of Canadian Vintage Modifieds is all of our vehicles have to have original steel roofs pre-1948 that are on the vehicles. That's the only thing that are original to the model year. So for example, mine's a 34 Ford 5-window. Everything else is obviously race fabricated, but as you can see into the car, it's the original steel roof. It's really cool because at one point or another, this roof was carrying a family, possibly to and from a market locally, weekly, and now almost 100 years later, it's running laps at Flamborough Speedway. Continuing with some unique features with our vehicles, as you notice, there's these metal Nerf bars on either side of the cars. Add a little bit of extra protection to the side of the cars just due to the body being inset, opposed to a stock car being a fendered car and flush with the tires. This helps if we do accidentally have some rubbing on the cars. It'll just help avoid some potential catastrophes with another tire rolling over top of the other, and providing us a little bit of safety, but keeping the racing at a pretty high pace. Perfect. One of the cool things about our series actually are the tires. Unlike the APC or late models or things like that who run a slick, we actually run a treaded tire. One of the big reasons for that is cost. It makes things a little bit more cost effective for all the teams. The tires last a little longer. We do replace them from time to time, especially on the right sides, but it helps with costs, and also makes for some really good, interesting driving. So the cars get a little squirrely sometimes, and that's what makes being a driver in this series a pretty exciting thing. Now let's move over to our second vehicle in our JTM Racing fleet. We have a Pro Challenge stock car that we're going to run this year for the 2023 season, and it's going to be driven by my daughter, Tenley Pepin.
Hi.
This is an Ontario Pro Challenge race car we have here in our shop, and it's a 3/4 size replica of basically a NASCAR stock car. They're fully fiberglass, full-bodied vehicles, and they also run, opposed to NASCARs, they don't run big crate V8s. We run Kawasaki motorcycle engines in these. And these things can go pretty quick, so they're really fun to drive, and it's a very unique series. Some clean driving, it's really fun to watch. And the body on this particular vehicle is a Chevrolet Monte Carlo. And here's the Kawasaki motorcycle engine that I was speaking about earlier. That's is fabricated into these cars. They fit like a glove, and they run real well. Just minimal maintenance, and they're pretty quick, and they're fun to drive. And just like a NASCAR Cup car, these cars are purpose-built, full tubular chassis race cars. And unlike our CVM that we were talking about earlier, the Pro Challenge runs a slick tire. Tons of grip. They're really fun to drive. They hook up. Tires usually last about 3 to 4 races, depending on how you drive. And considering you have an 8 to 10 race season, You're not really spending a lot of sets of tires or a lot of money on that, so it makes it a bit more cost effective, but certainly a big difference from a CVM to a Pro Challenge. You can catch our car in the Ontario Pro Challenge Series this summer at Flamborough Speedway for 7 races and Varney Speedway for 2 races, and that would complete our 9-race schedule for the year. Well, one of the main reasons we got into racing was my daughter Tenley, that you met earlier. She was a competitive cheerleader, and obviously very physical sport. She ended up having some injuries with her knees and so forth. So I always been a race fan, did a little bit of karting as a kid myself. So I got her into karts, and had some fun doing that for a few years. And then the reason we got into the cars, or particularly the CVM, is my mom unexpectedly passed away about 1.5 years ago. Obviously loved my mom, and had a lot of conversations with her, and she always said to be happy, do what you love to do. And like I said earlier, I was helping out the Murdochs with their cars, and thought, you know what, let's just not waste any time, and so I bought a CVM, and I've had a blast doing it. I race in memory of her. I've got some decals on the car and things like that, and on my suit in remembrance of her. And the reason we got in the Pro Challenge is we met the Norris family at the racetrack through different events, and got to meet them, and that's why we're into the Pro Challenge Series. If it wasn't for the Norris family giving us the opportunity to get into that series, they're a great family. They've been a huge help. They basically run that series, and if you're interested in getting into those, certainly reach out to them. And my daughter Tenley will be driving that car, and we also race in memory of her grandfather, William Jack Ogden, who passed away a few years ago. So it's an emotional thing, and you can catch me right now, actually. He was a good friend of mine, Jack, and my mom. So we race in memory of them, and it's a great thing to do, and it keeps us motivated on the not so good days. So it's a really great thing. Well, now that you've seen our race shop, let's have a look at our race trailer where we haul our vehicles to and from the track. See, we have a couple more vehicles in our fleet for JTM Racing. This is my daughter's race cart. She runs a full schedule at the Waterloo Regional Kart Club at Flamborough Speedway, where we run our CVM and the Pro Challenge car. She runs a full schedule, like I said. Proud sponsor, Wild One Day Painting, KW, Tyrone DeBrouwer. So big support for this racing that my daughter does. We also have my cart. I used to race full time at Waterloo Regional Kart Club. I do keep it around. I do like to jump into a race or two a year when I can. As you all know, I'm busy with the vintage modified and helping out the Pro Challenge. So do keep it around. I like to get in this whenever I can. We have some shelving here for our kart tires. We got some rain tires. We do run in the rain. Our slicks. So a little bit of shelving for that. Our fire suits, my daughter's kart suit, her new Pro Challenge fire suit's getting made right now, and that's my CVM suit, and then my kart suit as well. The interior is fully insulated in the trailer. We added some heat on cold nights, cold days. It does have AC as well. We do have it's a gooseneck trailer, so we have an area for tires, sleeping quarters if need be, if we stay over at the track. And it's got a stereo system, our full cabinet with all of our tools, all of our equipment. We got a winch, pull the cars in, so we're fully stocked. We have a fully race ready trailer. We just got this one this year, needed a longer one to haul all the cars, so it's a great trailer to have, and it does make things a little easier at the track. And a lot of people ask too what JTM Racing actually stands for over the last few years, and it's pretty simple. So my name's Jay, my daughter's name's Tenley, and my son's name is Maddox. So we just put that together, and we have JTM Racing. And to help you guys understand why we run the numbers that we run, I got the driver of the 54 Pro Challenge, my daughter Tenley Pepin.
Hey everybody, so the reason I drive the 54 in karts and Pro Challenge is because the 11 was taken, and I'm a Denny Hamlin fan, and he raced 54 in a few Xfinity races. So that's why I drive 54.
Right on, and then the reason I drive my number, the 43, is it's pretty simple, straightforward. The font should speak for itself. It's for Richard Petty. As a kid, he was one of my favorite drivers, and he's the king for a reason, so an honor to run that number. Another great feature that our trailer has here at JTM Racing is we ended up getting a set of pit lights. So they're about 8-foot LED lights that we place on the outside of the trailer on our night races, and it helps with lighting depending on where you park at the track, because some days it can be challenging to have a lot of light for our team to work on. So we actually hooked them up to the outside of the trailer. I'll show you where we put those. A lot of the drivers at the track do have these, and here are the mounts here. We just simply put them on. They stick out about 8 to 10 feet on both sides, and they give us all the light that we need for the races.
You ever get in the truck?
Well, now that you've seen our trailer, let's head back into the race shop. Our 2023 plans for the season is I'll be driving the 43 CVM full-time in my second season in the Canadian Vintage Modifieds. And for our Pro Challenge, we'll have my daughter Tenley running in her rookie season, going for Rookie of the Year in that series. And just to let everybody know too, I don't think anyone knows yet, but we've made an addition to our team. We've actually purchased the old 14/30 Dale Lucas CVM. That'll be part of our fleet going forward. So we'll have plans for that. That vehicle is going to be rebranded as the 51, and we'll keep you updated on the progress on that. Right now we don't have any immediate plans for it, but we'll let you guys know. And of course, a big thanks to our sponsors for our race team. If it wasn't for them, we would not be doing any racing whatsoever. So starting with our CVM, I'd like to thank Wow One Day Painting, Kitchener-Waterloo, Tyrone DeBrouwer. Without his unwavering support, this car does not hit the racetrack at all. Sherwin-Williams Paints, big supporter of ours at the Wow One Day Painting. Also Executive Properties, Brandon Williams, Jason Howe, Dominion Lending, AM Plumbing, Andy Moran, Valvano Salon, Tony in Niagara, and WMKL Accountants and Todd Zavitz for all their supports. Epic Racewear, JoMo Media, can't forget those guys, huge supporters for our CVM for the season, so big thanks to them. And also for the Pro Challenge this season, we've got Shack Shine that's on board. Major support from them. It's great. They're a sister company to Wow One Day Painting. It just made sense. They're a great supporter. All of our other sponsors, we've got Mike with Bolt Realty, Sherwin-Williams, Platinum Carts and Parts, Craig Nichols, Gibson Excavation and Grading, Speed Quest. My daughter actually works there. Great supporter for her. Red Seal Contracting, Wow One Day Painting again. So it's a great support to help us get on the track and do what we love to do. Also, a big thanks to our crew and all the people who support our race team. Ryan Torella, who's been our lead mechanic on our CVM team. Big thanks to him. My dad, Claude, for being there every week supporting. For Tenley's mom, Kelly, coming out to support the team and the drivers. And my son, Maddox, who's a big help with the crew. Also on the Pro Challenge side, the Norris family and Tim Norris for all their help, support, all the fab work, everything that we'd ever need for the Pro Challenge. It's been incredible. And a huge shout out to Ron Easton. He's a huge help. Anything that we need done with the car, repairs, he's there for us if we can't do them. Oakville trailers and racing stuff. So big shout out to them. If it wasn't for Ron, this car wouldn't be on the track. So thanks to everybody for supporting JTM Racing. You can follow us on Facebook at JTM Racing, and Jay Pep and myself for the CVM. My daughter 10 Pepin on Facebook, and also Instagram at 10Pepin54. You can follow us there for the season. So but it looks like that's about it. So John, it's time to go. I don't need you to know all my secrets, so thanks for stopping by, but have a nice day, guys. Gotta get back to work.
True North Racing, let's go.